Honestly, it was truly one of the best books I have ever read. It genuinely transformed my life. Are you aware of where your money is being allocated? Is it working to your advantage or against your interests? Sometimes we find ourselves caught between shopping sprees and accumulating debt, failing to recognize that we are funding our own hindrances. Today, we will delve into the significance of distinguishing between assets and liabilities to manage finances effectively and attain financial freedom repeatedly. We buy things thinking they are an investment, but in fact, those things can be passive. We will follow here the logic of a very famous book, Rich Dad and Poor Dad, by Robert Kiyosaki. In this book, the author says, distinguishing liabilities and assets is fundamental to building wealth and financial freedom. Let's imagine a character. Joanna has always dreamed of being financially independent. He bought an AAA car, owned home thinking he was investing, but at the end of the month, the debts consumed all his money. And it was only when she was able to understand what an asset meant that she was able to turn the tables. And Joanna's story may be a reflection of many people who confuse spending with investment. And you have to understand that active is what gives you money. Passive is what takes money away from you. So active is what generates you money regularly. What about the liability? It is what will regularly take you money, whether in the form of expenses, interest, or devaluation. Not everything that looks like an investment is actually an asset. For example, a house purchased to generate an income of $2,000 per month is an asset now. A financed house in which you have to pay $3,000 per month and have no direct financial return. It's a liability, a car you buy to work, and that will generate you. Is it a monthly income? It's an asset. Now, a car that you buy and doesn't generate any income is definitely a liability. And yet, we can take as an example a business that operates independently of its time and generates profit. That's an asset. Conversely, a venture that drains your time and energy without yielding any result is clearly a liability. For instance, a new computer purchased to enhance productivity and generate income is considered an asset. I did indeed, however, have that expensive gaming computer you bought just to spend endless hours playing on. It's certainly a liability. Many people mistake liabilities for assets, which can result in significant financial errors. Common examples include thinking my own home is an asset or my new car is an asset. The point isn't that you shouldn't have these things, but rather that you should be aware and understand the distinction correctly. Things don't bring you money? Of course, it's great to have a new car. It's great to have your own house. It's not the point of the video. The point here is to understand, to be aware that certain things will take money out of your pocket and not bring more money. One of the most important parts of the book is the part where the author explains that the rich buy assets. The poor and middle class buy liabilities that they think are assets. The wealthy have mastered the art of utilizing their assets. In order to generate more wealth, and with this wealth from assets, they purchase liabilities. Meanwhile, the middle and poor classes buy liabilities, mistakenly believing it will lead to financial return. Start by valuing your assets. Create a detailed list of everything you own and categorize each item as either assets or liabilities. This includes things like dividend-paying stocks or a rental property. That has to go to the assets. And on the other side, a financed car or a financed home sure has to go to the liabilities side. A very simple way to try to understand whether you are accumulating liabilities or assets is to see if you have more money coming in than money coming out of your cash register. And every asset you own impacts your cash flow. That car of yours that makes you spend hundreds every month on maintenance, gas, whatever it is, or even so, even your financed home, for example, is a liability. Or even the financed home is a liability that consumes money. While assets that are stocks, real estate, bring money to you. So what would be a basic plan to stop accumulating liabilities and start accumulating assets? Start changing your consumption habits. Start prioritizing assets over liabilities. Prioritize paying off high-cost debts. those that have owed interest that will consume. Put your money in sight in financial education to learn how to identify opportunities. Before spending, ask if it will bring more money into my pocket or will it just take more money out of my pocket. For example, buying a course to learn a new skill will likely bring more money into your pocket than buying that expensive outfit just to go to a party. It will definitely take money out of your pocket. A book on financial education such as Rich Dad, Poor Dad is certainly an asset. Investing in a book that fails to impart knowledge is a liability. It's crucial to recognize that everyone has a unique financial journey. Concentrate on creating your own freedom without being distracted by comparing your assets with others. The most vital elements in achieving financial freedom are time and consistency. So your homework is to grab a sheet of paper, grab a pencil and a pen and start listing your assets and separate them between assets and liabilities. Identify where you are losing money and where you are making money. This is the first step for you to start building your financial freedom for a more secure financial future. Financial freedom is not about making more money, but about making the money you already have work for you and generate more money. If this content made sense to you, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.